What's up, everybody? This is Jason David Frank, the Green Ranger, and you are watching Ranger Wrap Up. Isa!
Boom, we are live. We are live. It is Saturday. No, it's not. It's Friday. Fuck. It's Friday. I forgot. It's Fan First Friday, y'all, and we are here with a special Ranger wrap up for you. We got our boy Toku Kid to my bottom left, right? Bottom left. And of course, we got Joe. Daniel's not here today. He's feeling a little under the weather. But we just wanted to bring you a show, just trying to wrap up everything that we heard today from Hasbro's First Friday. How you guys doing today?
I'm doing great, man. I was watching you guys at Fan First Friday and following along with the stream. We're going to get into and break down kind of all the things that they announced. I'm coming off of a Dino Fury high. I'm not going to lie. I just saw the first episode. I'll talk more about that next week. Can't talk about it today. But I'm excited, and I'm glad to see Toku. I haven't seen you in a hot minute, Toku. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Really tired, though. I only woke up a little while ago. You guys are hanging for that first stream.
Refreshed, my friend. You look pretty refreshed for waking up a little while ago.
Bryn said, yo, Jess, you woke up. It's because Jess was supposed to be on the stream with me, and then he fell asleep. So it's cool.
I woke up at 6:30, then I fell asleep 2 minutes after. Things happen.
Yeah. But you guys were both able to catch the stream today?
Yeah. I was, and I think there's a lot going on for Power Rangers that we can get excited about. And doesn't it feel great when you're in the midst of early February, knowing you're in the midst of a Power Rangers debut and getting hyped for a new season, along with all these new developments going on, which we're going to break down. Chezzer, you saw Fan First Friday live. Before we really start breaking it down, let's talk about the overall presentation. How'd you feel about it?
Seeing as like there wasn't too much interaction with the fans and it was obviously super scripted, like really scripted, I think they would have benefited a little bit more from doing like a pre-taped show and airing it live. It would have given them the opportunity to, get a better camera view of some of the stuff that they're presenting rather than just taking the item and just holding it up to the webcam, Other than that, their enthusiasm wasn't there. I wish they had some more people with charisma or more people that you felt like they were super enthusiastic about the brand. I felt like they were just kind of dialing it in. But other than that, the product really pushed it.
Let's really talk about. I mean, look, because presentation aside, all those folks that did the presentations work for Hasbro, whether it be on the toy side, marketing side. So they're not really entertainers, but I think for what they did, it was awesome. And I don't know her name, but she was the one that really presenting the Lightning Collection stuff. She's awesome. Like I've been following her kind of work with Hasbro, and I think that was great. And now I'm not gonna lie, I'm lobbying for the job of the one hosting that kind of stuff going. We'll see how that works out.
I think it'd benefit a little bit from that. But other than that, the product really kind of pushed the presentation. Toku, what'd you think about it?
I thought it was generally good. Really liked all the stuff they showed off. I think that the little stuff they had to go off was just writing off that the premiere is next week. Let's just get you excited to watch that first episode.
Yeah. Agreed.
I'll say this though about that, and I'm not going to talk more about the premiere than this. Is that as a fan, there's definitely elements that surprised me, and I got excited for it, and I think it's a strong premiere. That's all I can say about it. But there's some surprises that we're going to have on next week's Ranger Wrap-Up to correlate with that premiere. On February 20th, Power Rangers Dino Fury will be premiering, and we're going to be doing a review episode, and also we're going to have some special things for next week's episode that we can't announce yet, but some really special things going on for next week's episode. So be here on the Illuminerdi on February 20th, right after the show debuts, because we're going to have some cool stuff.
I think the first thing that we definitely have to talk about at the top of the show, because it's been a huge concern for Power Ranger fans, and that would be the new home for the rest of the Power Ranger seasons. And they briefly talked about it. They said that they will be transitioning their Wait.
Give credit where credit's due.
Yes.
Let's promote somebody that that is a close collaborator on this channel, Heirloom, he was the first one to really track this news. So I want to put some spotlight on him. Heirloom really had that story kind of out there, and this really got that confirmed. So if you want to go follow Heirloom, he's in the chat right now. Check out his channel because he was the first one to really report this news. Now it's coming to light what we're going to be getting. So, and we did our own Ranger wrap up, kind of really breaking this news down. So now we know where the new home is. But Jezzer, continue on with what you were saying.
Yeah, they briefly mentioned it. They said that Mighty Morphin, Beast Morphers, and Dino Fury will be coming to Netflix, or that will stay in Netflix or be coming to Netflix. But as someone pointed out in the chat when I was doing the live reaction, they don't have season 2 and season 3 of Mighty Morphin on there. So right now they said that they're going to be putting Dino Charge and the revamped version of Mighty Morphin on YouTube first. And the revamped version is the one that came out in 2010. It was the one right after RPM, right before they came back with Megaforce.
The weird sound effect and like a video effect one.
The one that seemed like Josh was editing it. But so yeah, they're gonna be coming to YouTube. So I mean, everybody can be a little bit at ease. That it's gonna be free. You're not gonna have to worry about it. It's all gonna be at your fingertips. What did you guys thought of the new home for future Power Ranger seasons?
You want to start, Toku?
Yeah, sure. I think it's great. I really like that it's on YouTube because it's free. That means any kid can watch it whenever they want. And plus, it's because it's YouTube and it's a highly viewed channel. It's just going to keep recommending episodes and get kids watching other seasons besides the new one and the old one.
It's going to be easy to do some screen captures as well, if that's...
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think that the cool thing about it being on YouTube, like Toku was saying, I'm going to expand on this a little bit, is not only the accessibility for a lot of younger audience members of Power Rangers, but kids nowadays are consuming most of their media on YouTube. So it makes sense to have that as the perfect home there. But also, one thing that I noticed that they said is that they're going to start by, like Jezzer said, putting the Mighty Morphin redo season on there. And then it's going to really come into like a vote or seeing what seasons they want next. So it's not like we're going to get all the episodes of every season first. I think we're going to get it filtered through, and that's fine by me. But it's cool that it's going to be free. It's going to be accessible to everybody. I really like that idea. And putting it on YouTube, obviously makes the most sense. Especially it seems like they're really doing community outreach with their YouTube channel, which, as a Power Ranger fan, sparks my interest even more.
Definitely. So, I mean, that puts everybody at ease right now. Everybody's going to be fine where it's at. So, I mean, that's good. That's good for Power Rangers. One of the...
Oh, I just thought of something. Because the Netflix contract ran out, they're going on YouTube. With the Nickelodeon contract running out, does that mean we'll get new seasons of Rangers, whatever form it may take, on YouTube first?
Well, it seems to me that from what they said at Fan First Friday was that they will definitely be debuting Dino Fury on Netflix. They didn't give a specific date, but it will be debuting on Netflix, which leads me to believe that new episodes are going to keep coming to Netflix before YouTube. But that's a really touch and go. We'll just wait and see what happens. Once that Nickelodeon contract expires, the big question is, where does Power Rangers end up? Now, we know that Power Rangers could stay on Nickelodeon if that contract gets renewed and continue on with the Netflix deal. But, it's looking that things are going to start shaking up. Now, we don't have any inside information on this. What we're doing is speculating, because that's what we do. We're speculating on this, where things could end up. Until more official information comes out, we won't know that. But right now, it seems like its landing place is going to be at Nickelodeon, and then going to Netflix. But going forward, that's the big question mark that we're going to try to uncover as the year progresses.
Yep. Oh, I'm sorry. The revamp was before Samurai. Okay, cool. Come on, you guys. Come on, Thomas Franco. Are you serious right now? So let's get to...
Well, get your facts right.
So let's get into the meat of the episode. So it's Hasbro. So they're talking about toys. We got toys. It's just a bunch of cool toys. And the first thing that they talked about was their licensed toys. So like Super 7, and they showed off. Let me show up a picture of it. They showed off the Megazord of the Super 7, which is a transparent Megazord, and you guys are gonna see it on your screen right now. And you can visibly see the cockpit.
Well, Wait a minute. So as a kid, I was always led to believe that they were in the eyes, not in the chest. Was I
You were
wrong?
wrong.
No, they're in the head.
They're in the head?
Yeah, they're in the head.
Are they in the head in this picture too?
No, they're
No, they're
not. They're in
not.
the chest. I could have sworn, they're in the head. Because if you remember, we made the cockpit for Power Morphicon a few years ago, and the front of
Yeah.
it's the face shell of the mouth, right?
Yeah, you can see the outline of the visor as you see through the chest.
Yeah, I think they were basing it off of maybe the Thunder Megazord. They thought, oh yeah, they're in the chest. Maybe that's just where it's at. Yeah, that's definitely.
I kind of think it's cool if it was a bigger set and not the entire Zord.
I
Like,
agree.
it was more of just a nice display.
I agree, Toku. Like almost, I remember Jezzer probably when we were a lot younger, they had these Mighty Max kind of things where you'd be able to open them up and play with them. But I agree. I think as a display piece, I almost would like a cockpit set. I think in theory, this is a really cool idea, but it's not really marketed for me.
No. Also, Super 7's coming out with these. They think they said like 1/13th. I can't remember the dimensions, but these little tiny figures, which they're gonna be shelf stalkers
the
for
world's
sure.
most tiniest
yeah,
Ranger
they're
figures?
gonna be shelf stalkers for sure.
One thing that intrigued me about these figures, though, was that it seems like the line is going to continue, and obviously, this seems like for very young kids. This line that they're talking about, but some of the characters that they have in this line, I'm really excited about. I think it's really cool. So, we'll see where that goes and how they really maintain that. Because one thing that we have a lack of in the Lightning collection are those villain figures, and the proportions are a little bit off. But what these figures do. And it's obviously for a different market.
Yeah. So do you guys want to go to the Megazord first, or you want to go to the Lightning collection first?
I think we should go to the I don't know. Really up to you guys. Toku,
I think the Lightning collection. I think it'd be easier to get through.
So first off, we have they showed off some figures in no particular order. This is the head sculpt for Carlos, which I thought was pretty accurate. Like he had his
huge fan of this head sculpt. Matter of fact, huge fan of most of all these head sculpts.
It's really cool. Let's see what else we got here. No, that's Mega. Oh, here's so this is what this is the high res photos that they released after the stream. It looked like from the look of it, it looked like a 90s R&B music video from what it was, like the little tunnel vision. So that's in space black. We have Lost Galaxy Blue, which is pretty cool. Other than the if you notice the Quasar Saber has Leo symbol in it instead of the gorilla, but I mean,
well, there's
that doesn't matter.
A little bit of controversy about the head paint, where instead of they painted it white instead of silver. So that's another painting thing that I've seen a lot of outcry on Twitter about it. And also the mouthpiece isn't as accurate as it was. So I know a lot of fans are nitpicking this, and that's completely fine. I mean, if you're in the collector's market, obviously that's a part of it.
But they did emphasize they emphasized like the premium deco. It's like, oh, premium deco, and then you fans can easily point out some mistakes. So it's not so premium if if they can pick it out. We're rounding off.
To be fair, with these figures, I've always enjoyed them. Even with like the small mistakes, I think they're still really great
100%.
for the price we still get them at.
You too.
Even like my favorite right now that came out from maybe the last wave was Red Dino Thunder. It's like, even though like it was like it was supposed to be silver or white or whatever lining on the helmet, it still looks really good. Rounding off the SPD lineup with Bridge. I thought it looked pretty cool. His head sculpt, let me see if I can find his head sculpt. His head sculpt was really cool. His they talked about the little smirk, and his hair is all a little messy. And then what's going to be cool is you can, just pop off this head and put it on the Blue Ranger and the Red Ranger, since he did get promoted and all that. I thought it was really cool.
And I like that they mentioned that too, that this is the first iteration of Bridge, which I thought was not only telling, but a great way to let us know that, hey, maybe there can be future Bridges with different head sculpts coming out in the future. So I like that they left that kind of open-ended with what we can get with Bridge. Honestly, these head sculpts for this line have been some of my favorites.
Let me find Kai's head sculpt real quick.
I'm actually surprised with Bridge. I think like a cool surprise would give him like a power effect to match the powers on the show. Like give like Sky the force field, Bridge the weird little
Yeah.
glowy hand. Like maybe give the other ones. Maybe in a future release they'll give them their
Yeah.
power effects.
This is the one I was a little bummed out about. It was the Tango Tengu or Tang. Which one is it? So in the movie it was like Tengu, but in the
Yeah,
Tengu and then
Tango,
Tango.
yeah. But I
It's
was
both.
really bummed out about this because it took a slot of another. We could have got another ranger, maybe another female ranger, maybe Jackie from Beast Morphers round out the Beast Morphers, group. But I don't know. I mean, it looks cool, but it felt like a waste,
I'm
so
curious because it's
Go
a
ahead.
henchman. Are they saving the single monster spot, what used to been just for henchmen now, and the monster line is for the big
I
generals and
don't know
monster of the
what they're
days?
doing. I really don't know.
So I actually, I'm not gonna lie. I like this figure a lot. Like I think it looks really great. There's great attention to detail here. I think the only thing that throws me off a little bit, it seems that it seemed a lot larger than like the scale seemed a little off
Yeah.
to me, which makes me question why isn't it just in the monster line? But in essence, I'm really excited that they're bringing us a Tengu Warrior because it looks really
Yeah.
good. I just necessarily know what the size comparison is with
Yeah,
the
they
line.
they put it close to the Lost Galaxy Blue, and it was way bigger than Lost Galaxy Blue. One thing I really Kai's figure, like the head sculpt, looks really cool, and I really like that they added the little trans daggers with them. It would have been really cool if they could actually like transform. Also, the trans dagger was probably my favorite weapon from Lost Galaxy. I actually bought that when I was in Japan, and like it can change into all the little weapons that they had. It was probably my favorite. I wish I didn't sell that thing. It probably would have been worth some money. What else? We got some more images of. We have some more images of Power Rangers in Space Black, which is he was like, correct me if I'm wrong. He was supposed to come out in lieu of the Red Dino Thunder, right? Like that's what the information was on it, and then they just pushed him back.
It was? I
Yeah,
didn't
because they
remember
were
that.
talking about
I
his
don't know.
in the breakdown. They were talking about his lunar lance and all that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Then here's Bridge.
Oh, so as of right now, this wave is just the 4 figures. What do you think the surprise like extra figures are, like the 2 packs or like the single figures that are like website exclusives might be?
I don't know. I mean, they have. You'd think that they'd announce it, during this stream, but
Hmm.
it might come out like so. These come out August 1st, so it might come out a
Okay.
little bit after. They'll throw some like exclusives in there. Um,
Because we just got the what 3 2 packs: Astronema, Andros, Sky, A Squad, and then the 2 monster packs,
two
right?
monster packs, yeah,
Yeah.
which I skipped out on because they were
So
just too big. I don't know.
I got them. I got them, but I don't know what to do with them. They're just literally like honestly, I haven't really opened any of these since maybe since those two
So
packs
what is it?
came
It's
out.
just piling up
Better.
right now.
Yeah, man, I just have Lightning collection stuff just piling up, and I feel like I'm just collecting it, like leaving it in a box
Dude,
and
get
like forgetting about it
get
a
that
little
little
bit.
glass display from IKEA, man. Like that's the go-to thing, and just put them in there and display them.
There's a 5-year-old in this house, and the destruction level on Lightning collection would be catastrophic. And I know that there's certain things in life that'll set me off, and that would be one of
Oh
them.
man.
Missing little accessories would throw you off your game.
Oh.
Yeah, like well, not the accessories so much because I realized with myself I'm very much not like-minded when it comes to displaying these figures. I know most people display them with their helmets on. I tend to display them with their helmets off. But losing the helmets to me would be catastrophic because I'm not going to go out and buy another figure just for a helmet. So, you know what I mean? I just kind of don't even want to mess with it a little bit unless you know what I was going to say. So Toy Turd actually came out with something pretty cool. He made these little helmet stands
Ooh.
where you could place the helmet on a stand right next to the figure, and it looks pretty awesome. So they come in two different sizes for shorter necks and whatever it may be. But that is something I'm just thinking about putting in a mass order from him about getting all these little helmet stands.
I initially kept buying the little figure stands, and then it makes it so there's not enough space in the case. So I just got rid of them, and just like balancing them off each other. Next up in the toy line is the
Oh, That's dangerous, Jezra. I feel like your Lightning collection figures are like a house of cards, where if one of them goes down,
It
they're
is.
all
I'm
going
gonna take
down.
a picture and post it soon of like what's going on. They're all kind of bouncing off each other in like special stances. I don't have any of the civilian heads on them, so it's crazy. I used to get creative with them, and then now that there's so many of them, I can't. Um,
You just ran out of entire
yeah,
space just to
definitely.
care.
What is next? The Megazord, the Dino Fury Megazord. They did. Let me find the picture. They did a presentation on them and like the new. They got rid of Zord Builder and it's what is it called? Zord Link or something. Um,
Yeah, it's Zord Link.
which is pretty much the same thing. They're just changing up the name. But let me find a picture. What do you guys think of the Megazord?
Oh, I'm
You
a
know,
big fan of it. I really love the Megazord because it's the guy who's in charge of the toys now is from Transformers, right?
Yeah,
yep.
Yeah, so I felt like it looks just like a Power Ranger Transformer. It's able to go from dinosaur to robot and still look clean in both combos.
it was pretty cool.
And PowerRanger.com, without the vowels, ran by Toku Chris. They have an exclusive interview with that toy designer, so you should go over there and check that out.
Nice.
But I agree, Toku. This did very much feel that this is what Hasbro, to me, their bread and butter
Mhm.
is these transformable mechs that just fit together and look great. And I think now we're finally starting to see that in Power Rangers. So it's those things that Power Ranger fans have always wanted. We're like scratching the surface here, but we're finally getting it. Now, for me, I'm not personally a Zord or a Zord collector, but this is pretty flipping cool. Like I really, really like the design here, and it seems pretty seamless, like Toku
Yeah.
was saying.
One of the cool things is that they added a lot of more additional points of articulation to the Red Megazord,
Yeah,
which is really cool because it's pretty lacking. If you have I have the Japanese one here, and it feels very cheap.
it's a
It just
block.
feels very cheap. But all the little connecting points are just like exactly like the Japan one, where it's like Lego pegs, which is pretty cool.
Mhm.
One thing that they did change is like me and Toku were talking about is you said it's deluxe key.
Oh, yeah. So their deluxe keys look similar to the regular Rio Soul
Mm-hmm.
keys. Let's see if that focuses. They're very similar to the bag, except they're all meant to be posable heads
Flip it to
for the
the head. Flip
Megazord.
it to the head. Let me see.
Ah, here you go.
Oh, there you go. Come on,
Come
come on,
on,
come on.
focus
So
in.
their head is actually better than this head, I think, personally, because
It's way
there's some
better to me, in my
articulation.
opinion.
The only thing is with the morphing, the one that comes with the morpher, I hate those keys because it's just a sticker. They should have just put the. They should
Yeah.
have just add the money and put those.
But I think they mentioned when they first talked about the keys, there was going to be a deluxe key. We just never got to see it
Yeah.
till now.
So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And the last.
Oh, I just love the little detail that too they mentioned. When you rip off the back of the head,
Oh
you have a
yeah, I
little
think I have that.
ranger
Hold
like it's
on.
in the
Yeah,
cockpit.
there's a little ranger sticking out. Let me see if I can find it. Close up of the Zord head.
I think they also showed you can use the deluxe keys in the morpher too.
Really? Oh yeah. They showed that.
Yeah.
I know I had it inside. Oh, inside the key right here. It's like a little figure. A little figure mold on the back. The thing is, you're gonna lose this piece. I feel like you're gonna lose this piece. Like
Most kids are
any
probably
any
going to lose that piece.
detachable piece is you're gonna lose. But I mean that's fine. Last bit of news is probably Dino Fury. We got our first look at Dino Fury. We got our first listen to the Dino Fury theme song. What'd you guys think about it?
I dig.
really liked it.
Yeah.
I dig it.
There's
Yeah.
one thing that they showed in the trailer. I wish I could show it here, but it's gonna get flagged. We saw Kato riding a dinosaur. Did you guys see that? Like he was riding a dinosaur.
Yeah.
He was wearing a night suit.
Zato.
Zato. He was riding a dinosaur and he was on. He's wearing some night armor. So that's pretty cool.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Never mind.
Don't say
Well,
anything.
that scene's pretty cool. Like that scene in general is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
You know, there's just a lot of potential for some of what they're releasing, and the trailer's really cool. I think I watched it maybe 3 times. What's up?
On Twitter, someone caught something in the opening. I don't remember who it was, but they caught that in the Megazord cockpit too, when they're slashing swords. Zato is using the sword from the key, like the same exact sword from this little
Man,
key.
these Ranger fans are quick.
I mean, look, even I think in the premiere episode, I think there's going to be some excitement for some of the things that they're doing that I thought was actually really cool. Like I think that now that we understand what Dino Fury is a little bit more, I think that we know that they're trying to step up their game to the next level. And I think Beast Morphers was a great starting point for us to really get back into Power Rangers. Something that was missing for a long time was this excitement around the franchise. And I think that Dino Fury is really starting to bring that back the way that we used to look forward to other seasons.
It's real exciting. The one thing is, like, we are still on par with like when the show releases. So even with everything that's going on, they're still able to, keep up and release.
We got a super chat, man. We forgot all about this from the Blur. Said super chat. He says, better or worse than the Legend Ranger keys? Toku, I'm going to ask you.
Ooh.
Oh, I think they're way better, just because they can work with the toy and like the Morpher and the Megazord, and it's posable. I thought it's way better.
You know, the difference between the Ranger keys and the Super Sentai version of them, I didn't really see a big issue with them. Like, a lot of people like, oh, they're smaller and all that, but I thought they're okay. I thought the keys were cool.
I think the only issue was they didn't release all the Rangers.
Oh yeah. I mean, they tried. I still have a few I still have a few boxes here.
I have a giant bag full of them.
Yeah. It's a lot. I have you know what I have a lot of actually, and Joe knows this. I have a huge bag of Q-Tamas. A huge bag of Q-Tamas. I literally probably had I brought back a bag from Japan, just full of Q-Tamas, and it's because they had them all over the stores, just in little dump bags. Like, oh, here, take 10 of them, and you can buy them for
So
$3.
you bought out their stock, and now you're just left with Q-Tamas.
Yeah,
nothing to...
You know what? I might just send some Q-Tamas to some of our fans here, just because. I have so many. Robert Amaya says, I noticed Chiplin is not in the credits, and Haim Saban's name is there as executive producer. I thought I did see Chiplin's name in the credits. I could be wrong.
Maybe not as an executive producer, but you probably saw his name in the credits.
Yeah.
But well, never mind. Obviously we know that the show's gone through a little bit of a change, so I'm sure he's in the credits, just not in the executive producer.
As far as the Haim Saban thing, being an executive producer, there's many levels to executive producers. What can get your name put on there? I mean, look at Cobra Kai. I think Will Smith is still put on there, but that's only because he owns part of the rights to Karate Kid. So I mean, you don't really have. Sometimes you don't have to do much to be put down as an executive producer. Correct me if I'm wrong, Joe.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
that's completely right.
Yeah. So I mean, whether or not he's there, I don't personally think that he had any involvement with this new season. But who knows? I could be totally wrong about it.
Look, I'm excited for what we have in store for for Ranger Nation also, because I think that we've said that we have new things that we're doing here. One of those new things is starting up new Power Ranger or Tokusatsu style shows here. Jezra and I are working hard behind the scenes to bring on different guests and different experiences with Rangers, especially in this digital age. So look, there's a lot to get excited about if you're a Power Rangers fan.
Exactly. I mean, we just got to be patient.
And Heirloom's joining our team officially.
Heirloom.
So
can we talk about that or not yet? We can't talk about that or not yet.
Oh, we can talk about that. I mean, we are
actually
bringing
got
back
two people here in the stream.
Well, yeah, Bryn and Heirloom, both are UK Illuminerdi members. We're going to be doing a new Super Sentai style wrap up show, so that'll be a lot of fun once the new season starts up.
Zenkaiger. Dude, I'm super hyped.
Cool.
I'm super hyped. But yeah, I mean that was about everything that they showed off in the little Valentine's Day. Oh, that was cringy too. Those freaking Valentine's cards. I kept hitting them with the little this because it was just bad. It was just bad. But add the corniness to it. Gives it a little bit of life. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for next week. It's only 7 days away. 7 days away? 7 days away.
Yeah, 8 days away. 8 days.
Just like the next episode of WandaVision.
Let me ask you guys a couple questions. Number one, what was your biggest takeaway from Fan First Friday, this Power Ranger edition of Fan First Friday?
Okay.
That at least the toy side, we're gonna be good, just because Hasbro has a good line with them, and seeing the Megazords, just the Megazords alone, I think whatever they come up with, whether it be new or original, like retakes and all that, I think we'll be fine toy side. And as for the show, I think we have something good in the making. Just looking at the opening, all the original stuff we can find in the little seconds that they show.
I think for me, despite not getting too much answers from them through social media or anything, they are listening to you guys. They are listening to the fans that are not listening, but they're aware of what you guys are talking about. They're aware of what your concerns are. Whether or not they feel the need to answer them, that's on them, and if the timing's right, they will. Obviously, they had to answer the Netflix thing because it's a huge thing for Power Ranger fans. But yeah, I think that they are aware of the community.
And I think for me, the biggest takeaway really is we're starting to see Power Rangers, at least in the mech side, Zord side, transition more towards that Transformer side, which I think fans have really been craving ever since Hasbro really acquired the franchise of Power Rangers. So now it looks like Toku was saying, just to piggyback on that, it looks like we're heading in the right direction with the toy side, which I'm really excited about. Now, the next question, and by the way, chat, we'd love to hear what you guys think. We have the super chat feature, so feel free to use that to help support the show. But I also want to ask you guys another question. We have the debut of Dino Fury coming up next week. What are you most excited about in seeing Dino Fury? I mean, setting your expectations high, setting them low, but what are you most excited about? Toku, we'll start with you again.
I'm really excited to see the whole push on MMPR and going back to the roots. Like, where is that going to go, and how far back are they going to show off original stuff?
I think I'm excited about how they develop their characters. More importantly, I think I'm more excited about Void Knight. I feel like Void Knight's character and his what they can do with him would be interesting. I'm excited to see if they stick close to Ryu Soldier, or if they, give a little new take to it.
I think I'm excited to see how the show really integrates with the past, almost like what Toku said, but even so on a deeper level. I know that going back to the roots has been a theme for Dino Fury, but if reading between the lines, I think that really coincides with some of the themes that have been laid out in the comics. We've been given a lot of backstory for a lot of things in the comics that I think we're going to see come to fruition right here in Power Rangers Dino Fury. Things like Morphin Masters and whatnot like that. So I think that going back to the roots, I think really going back to the roots of Power Rangers is something that we can really look forward to. I think that we're in store for maybe a stronger season than we thought we were going to. So I'm excited with what we have for Dino Fury.
Exactly. I'm super excited. So, we just got to wait a few more days and we'll get to see the premiere of the new Power Ranger season. And, there's still going to be a lot more toy news coming out and a lot more comic book news. I think next week, probably next week, we'll also discuss the new comics. I've got new...
Well, I think next week we won't be discussing the new comics. Probably next week it's going to be a special Dino Fury-centric episode with a lot of surprises. And when I mean a lot of surprises, I mean stay tuned, because there's a lot of cool things that we're going to be doing next week for the show.
Thea Game says, Jezzer, did you notice that in the Dino Fury opening, Zato seems to have the first morph in front of Dino Henge statues? I did not notice. I'll watch it again. You guys notice a lot of things. Heirloom says, I want to see a giant stone model of Jason just standing there as if they look at it and go, yes, the first Ranger. That would be interesting. That would be interesting, just a stone statue of ASJ from that crossover they had.
By the way, I'm a big fan of this cast also. Like, I really like this Dino Fury cast. I feel like the last... honestly, ever since, a lot of the cast more recently, I've really, really liked. I've liked their ability. I've liked their look. And I feel like they're really starting to concentrate on character development. I feel like every kind of thing that we've kind of nitpicked when it came to Beast Morphers is getting corrected here in Dino Fury. Granted, we have a whole season to go. We have a whole lineup to go. But I'm really excited for what we could possibly be exploring in Dino Fury.
I'm excited to see Mick again. Whether or not it'll, at whatever capacity it is, it's gonna be fun to see him come back to the series again.
I'm hoping he's a series regular. Just works on the tech, helps build their weapons.
That would be cool.
Maybe bring some Dino. Was it Ninja Steel back in? Find a way to bring in another series.
Bring back Ninja Steel.
I mean, that's another thing too that I think kind of goes overlooked. Is I know that Simon Bennett told us that it makes it harder for team ups and bringing actors back from America because they have to quarantine for 2 weeks. But untapped potential, man. There's so many New Zealand actors or actors from other places that they can infuse into this season. So it's one of those things. Let's wait and see what happens. And let's not count out the fact that maybe we could get appearances from past Rangers just as their voice, though, because that doesn't take a lot of effort. So who knows?
Maybe James Davies comes back in a little cameo as another character again. We'll see. Kawaku says, Jazzer, what if season 2 of Dino Fury airs exclusively on Netflix? I don't know if they're even gonna call it a season 2. I think it might just be like one long season.
Right.
Haven't we seen a lot of marketing to show Power Rangers 2021, not really mentioning season 1, season 2, just the season?
I think it's 44 episodes, and I think it's just gonna go straight. But
I wonder if it is just going to be all in this 1 year or if it's going to be broken up.
That'd be crazy.
I mean, it could be broken up and still remain one season. It's really all dependent on how they really want to word this, because inherently the contracts are they're pretty exact. So they have to call it a certain thing, whether they ordered a certain amount of episodes per season. So they have to pay for that. So that's some of the biggest, that's some of the big business stuff that really goes through with this E1 and Nickelodeon that we kind of talk about a little bit, but it's all up in the air. But that's something that we had even talked about in previous episodes of the Ranger wrap up, is that we know that we knew what 2021 was going to be, but we couldn't confirm whether it was going to be 1 or 2 seasons, because everything that we had found lumped it into being 1 season. So look, it just seems like Dino Fury, regardless of how it breaks down 1 or 2 seasons, it does seem like this could be a game-changing type of season. So, expectations. I'm gonna leave my expectations right there at medium, but I'm excited for what's in store, and I'm not opposed to another Dino season. I never was.
And
so
we'll be back. We'll be back next week with a very Dino Fury centric episode, and there's a lot of surprises. We got a lot of surprises. I'm pretty excited for you guys to see what we have in store for you next week. Thea Games t-shirts given for the people who work on the show, confirmed a season 2 for Dino Fury, Jezzer. Okay. T-shirts, I guess. We're basing it off t-shirts. That's cool. But yeah, I think that's everything that we have today. Do you guys have anything else?
No, I don't. I mean, I think that next week is going to be a lot of fun. A lot. If you looked at Twitter, some of you that know, if you follow me on Twitter, I was asking fans for questions for the cast of Dino Fury. That is for a very specific reason. So more on that next week, I guess.
Next week, you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. Toku, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me at Toku Kid or Toku Kid 1 on pretty much all social media. I go by the same name.
Is a little Magna Defender saber coming to your Instagram soon?
Oh, yeah, it is. It's currently
printing. Yes. Joe, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me everywhere at Joe Illuminerdi on all social media. Also, I know that I wrote a very vague tweet a couple weeks ago about the future of Power Rangers. I don't want to talk about that yet. What I will say is that I am still acquiring more information about what's to come. So I don't want to say anything without without having some facts behind it. So stay tuned. More information on the future past Dino Fury is going to be coming,
nice.
Soon-ish.
You can find me on all social media at Jazzazeus. Thank you guys so much for watching. You want to do the send-off, Joe?
Yes, guys, thank you so much for watching this special edition of the Ranger Wrap-Up. You can hit that like, share, and subscribe button to stay up to date with everything trending in geek pop culture. Check out our website, theilluminati.com. We're breaking news every day, and here's one. Right now, we just teased a story that we're going to be releasing in about half an hour to an hour. But I'll say this. If you're into video game franchises, stay tuned. We've been breaking news all week, and we are going to continue to break news. Like I said, everything trending in geek pop culture. Check it out. But thank you so much for joining us right here at the Illuminerdi. We are going to be back with the Ranger Wrap-Up next week. for a very special edition of Power Rangers Dino Fury. The premiere, guys. Let's get hyped about it. I'm excited, and we got some cool things in store, guys.
Peace.
Thank you.